Hello, intuitive friends. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. Welcome, intuitive friends. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you that are watching me live, hello. Please note that I'm only taking 6 subscribers only. Again, 6 subscribers only. I will be doing a super chat after this live. So if you please feel free to do so. Just so you know, super chats are not free, but this one is. So that being said, hello, intuitive friends. I don't know who's here yet, but just letting you know that I am only taking 6 subscribers only. Now, if you are part of any of the membership tiers, I will add you as number 7. Okay, or number 7, number 8. But again, only if you are in the members circles. Okay. That being said, again, I'm taking 6 subscribers only. Okay. Now, that being said, intuitive friends, welcome, happy holidays, and yes, new nails, festive energy joining you here. Welcome. Just so you know, intuitive friends, these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And please note that it is a mini reading. And the only mini reading question that I'm going to channel today, as per usual, is what may be potentially unfolding for you. Okay. That being said, if you want to extend your mini reading, you can. All you need to do is drop a super sticker or a super chat, and then I will extend your reading. Other than that, it is 6 people and 6 people only. I'll be right back in a minute, and then we're going to start writing down the list. Again, if you miss the opportunity this time, no worries. I will be back on tomorrow, so you can join me then, as long as you subscribe to the channel. All right, intuitive friends. All right, so let's see who's here. Hope you all are doing well. Great to see you all again. All right. Where are we? All right, just give me 1 second to... All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Hello, intuitive friends. Welcome. Hello, Nana. Hello, Anaya. Okay, Anaya 2346. Hello, Nelia. Hello, Daniela. Hello, Eve. Oh, Ava. No, Eve. Yes. Hello, Irene. Hello, Love Sunshine. Hello, Rito. Welcome. Hi, Debbie. Debbie Cox, how are you? Lotus of Serendipity, welcome. I've missed you too, Nana. I've missed you guys. All right, let's add 6 of you to the list. As I said, I'm only doing 6 readings. After this, I will be doing a super chat live, okay? Ava. Yeah, Ava. Yes, it's Ava. Yes, Ava. Yeah. So I have 2. I have Ava, Love Sunshine 92. And then there's another Eve, actually. AIV. I always get Eve's name. I pronounce it incorrectly. All right, Nana, you are at number 1. Anaya, you are at number 2. Nelia. Let's see, Nelia. Did I give you a reading before? Let me double check because somehow, oh, maybe I'm confusing you with, yeah, I'm confusing you with another person. Yes, I'm going to add you to the list. Yeah, I'm confusing you with Nettie. Yeah. Yes, Nelia, you are at number 3. Nelia Medeiros. Okay. Daniela, welcome. Let me make sure, Daniela, did I give you a reading yet? I don't think so. Just checking. Yeah. All right, Daniela, you are at number 4. AIVJ, which I think it's Eve, you are on the list. Hello, Irene. Welcome. Okay, so Irene, I gave you a reading on stopping by and saying hi. We have Ava. Okay. Ava is, is love, sunshine. All right. Those are my 6 subscribers going in the order that they have appeared on the chat. Everyone else, no worries. I will be back tomorrow. So please feel free. No worries, Irene. It's fine. Everyone else, please feel free to join me tomorrow. Again, I'm only doing 6 free readings today. I did 7. I did 8 on the 1st, and I did about 16 on the 30th. So I've been on a couple of times. No worry, tomorrow I will be back. But intuitive friends, I do want to say hello to those of you who weren't able to make the list today. Let's say hello to Lotus of Serendipity. Welcome. Nana, hello. Kona Flawless. Hello, everyone. How are you, Kona? All right. Tomorrow, chances are I will extend the list maybe a little bit more. Just had a lot of things to do behind the scenes today. All right, intuitive friends. Before I jump into the readings, please note, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay, that's number 1. And let's review. If you are interested in extending your reading, you can with the super stickers or a super chat. That gets you extra time, and then of course it gets you extra detail. Please know that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And the one question that I will be channeling today for free for 5 minutes is what may be potentially unfolding. Please read the legal disclaimer, although I will read it for you. It is down below in the description box as well as in the chat. The legal disclaimer is as follows. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. Please remember that readings are should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed medical, professional, medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice. If you participated on November 30th or December 1st, you will not be added to today's list. I'm only taking the first 6 subscribers only, which I have already written. And those of you who are members of the members circle, I can add you today. So no worries about that. All right. So those of you who didn't make it on today's list, no worries. I will be back tomorrow and we will continue. I do want to give time and energy to those of you who are interested in the tea readings, okay? Which is let's spill the tea, what's going on with, and of course, if you're interested in that, I will be doing that as soon as I finish this live, okay? And of course, those are not free readings. Those are $10 readings, but you do get, of course, as you know, if you're part of my channel, you already know, I do as much detail as comes through, okay? All right, let us begin with Nana. Let me put in my Give me. Let's put some music in the background. If someone can write closed session for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Your doctor may test for a gene that raises its risk. ARIA doesn't usually cause symptoms, but can be serious and fatal. Symptoms may include confusion, dizziness, vision changes, nausea, difficulty walking, or seizures. Tell your doctor to take medications to reduce blood clots. Do not take if you have a known allergy to sunlight or any of its ingredients. Serious infusion-related and allergic reactions can occur. I'll be right there, intuitive friends. Just give me a second. Oh my God, my nails. Alrighty. All right, intuitive friends. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Let me make sure. Oh, thank you so much, Nelia. Thank you for your super. My apologies. I'm trying to deal with the remote control, and it's like my nails are longer because I'm wrapping up the semester already. As you guys know, I'm a professor, a university professor. So I'm wrapping up with my other job, and I've extended my nails a little longer this time, and I just can't. It bothers me. Ace, don't start. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Get down. You were just fine until you saw me start the readings. Here you go. All right, intuitive friends, I'm back. All right, let's start with Nana. Hello, Nana. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. And let's thank Nelia. Nelia, thank you so much for your super. Let me write an asterisk here before I forget. You are getting a super reading. All right, intuitive friends, let's see what's coming through for you, Nana. Welcome back. Nana, just a reminder here that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Hold on. Oh my gosh, there we go. These messages are for entertainment purposes only, and it could be in any area of your life. Okay, I'm channeling for what may be potentially unfolding here for you. Potentially. What may be potentially unfolding for you, Nana? Let's see what's coming through. After Nana, we have Anaya. After Anaya, we have Nelia. After Nelia, we have Daniela. After Daniela, we have Eve. Eve, AIVJ. That's Eve. And then at number 6, we have Love Sunshine, which is Ava. Okay. All right, Nana, let's see what's coming through for you. What may be potentially unfolding here for you? Okay, you have here, be bold and make first moves. Beautiful energy, lots of fire energy coming through with this card here. Be bold and make the first move. There's this energy of standing in your power. There's this energy of confidence, inner strength, strong sense of self. You're stepping into that here potentially, or you are already in this energy and it's continuing to expand as time goes on. Okay, but this energy here always gives me this yang energy type of vibe. Okay. What I'm also getting here with be bold and make the first move is being proactive is going to be beneficial for you. Okay. Making sure that, yes, you can manifest, pray, wish, hope, desire, but at the end of the day, there needs to be tangible 3D efforts. Okay, what does that mean? That means you doing your due diligence, making sure that whatever this may be about it in whatever area, that you're being proactive. Okay, so this right here is this yang energy of proactivity. So especially if you've been like kind of like more stuck in the inspiration of something, or it's stuck in kind of like the desire of something, but you're not placing, or this could be potentially here, right? Talking about taking that desire, that motivation, and that drive and actually putting something together, okay? Showing up in the 3D world where whether it's gaining more information, whether it's going to school, whether it's taking and making actions here, taking steps, creating that momentum. So the energy, the desire, and the motivation is there, and the intention is there, but it's now to physically in the 3D world do things so that it could come so it could unfold for you. Okay, so this is like, for example, and especially because we're in the month of December, right? Maybe there are things, emotions, feelings, desires, ambition, goals that you have, and you're very passionate to start something new, maybe new beginning, maybe a new beginning in fill in the blank. That could be in any area. So that part, I see it here. That vibration of inspiration, of drive and ambition is here. This is talking about now create the momentum, right? Create the momentum through action-based decisions, action-based moves. Let's see what else is coming through for you. You have here the moon, okay? Listen, or it's not actually, but listen to your intuition and ensure that you're also in a state of clarity of the mind. Okay. The moon says, my intuition guides me in the right direction, right? So maybe you've been thinking, you've been feeling like, wow, I feel like I really want to, like, I'm inspired, right? But this yang energy that I feel here would be bold and make the first move. I feel like I'm inspired to take some new risks and move in new directions. The moon is telling you here what's unfolding is you also are listening to your intuition. So these two things here are important, right? You have the desire, the motivation, the ambition, and be bold and make the first move is saying now you need to put into action whatever it is that you are feeling intuitively, which is the moon card, that you're having this aha moment. Ace of Swords is, like I always say, the hands of the creator. That's why you always see a hand in the aces, okay? The hands of the creator or the universe. And aces are about a new beginning. So you setting a new beginning by cutting through the confusion, having the gift that the universe or the creator is giving to you in regards to divine insight. You really being able to see the truth of something, look through a sense of like illumination and clarity. So very, very interested in reading here what may be unfolding for you. And here with the moon, it says, my intuition guides me to make or take the right decisions, or I'm sorry, the right directions. No, so it says the right decision. Okay. So that's number one. Ace of Swords is saying, I am ready for a to success. So whatever this energy is being focused on in particular, or if this is just your general energy that is unfolding for you, it's looking really good, because it's looking like it's like, yes, take your intuition and those thoughts, ideas, and those logical, rational, intelligent based decisions and start doing something with it, or continue to do something with it. Okay. Last but not least, let's take a look at your last and final card. Up next, we have Anaya. Anaya, you are up next. Please make sure that you are here. We have Anaya. All right, lucky shirt. You have 0330. You may be seeing the number 3. You may also see multiples of 3. And when I say multiples of 3, I'm talking about single digit numbers. Single digit number 3, maybe 333, 666, 999, 369, that type of combination, 963, the multiples of 3. It says here, pursue your goals. Ta-da. Validation, confirmation, and that yang energy that I was telling you about. Be bold and make the first move. It says, pursue your goals and achieve what you desire. Told you, yang energy, fire energy here. It says your efforts will bring you wonderful benefits to you and your loved ones. Validation, confirmation, exactly what I just mentioned here, that it's not enough to just have the desire, the motivation, and the ambition. Yes. Is that important? Very well so. Is listening to your intuition important? Yes, very well so. Are making intelligent, balanced decisions important? Yes, very well so. But if you're not pushing it into reality, if you're not doing something, a dream, right? It just stays up in limbo. So again, this is coming through for that. It says your communication skills are improving, making it easier to connect with diverse range of individuals, especially here with the Ace of Swords. Remember, swords are about the clarity of the mind, but also, like I said, seeking the truth, being very honest with yourself, right? Having that type of communication and saying what you mean, saying what you mean and meaning what you say. That being said, it says, embrace this time of growth and watch your fill in the blank, whatever area this may be specifically about, or this may be just an overall energy, whether it's relationships, career, family, loved ones, spiritual journey. It says, watch those areas and projects flourish. All right. So very, very, very beautiful reading here for you. There you go. I hope these messages have made sense to you. If they don't resonate now, they may potentially resonate in the near future. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Please share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. Thank you so much, Nana, and hope to see you. And remember that I'm also on Instagram. So if you are on Instagram, please feel free to follow me. My Instagram account username is at Lexa Tarot, but you could also have a direct link underneath my banner. All right, intuitive. All right, intuitive friends, for those of you who are joining me now, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, as well as in the chat. Please know that this session is closed. However, continue to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And then when I come back on again tomorrow to do another free mini reading, you will be notified. As soon as you are notified, you need to hurry up and get on that chat list because it does fill up very quickly. And every time I come on, I take different number of subscribers. Sometimes I take 20, sometimes I take 5, sometimes I take 10, sometimes it's 8, so today it's 6. Okay. And then, of course, those of you who are in the members circle, I will squeeze you in after the number 6. Okay. But all in all, intuitive friends, That is what we're doing today. For those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much for Nelia for your super. Up next, we have Anaya. Anaya, if you are here, come on down. Oh, you're very welcome, Nana. I just saw your text, not text, your chat right now. All right, so I'm happy that that resonated. I'll read it in a moment. Let me just make sure I have Anaya. Ananya. Okay, there we go. All right, Ananya. Let me see what I truly feel ready for a new beginning. Yep, I see it. That's what your energy was saying. My energy is higher than before in terms of deserving it. Yeah, there you go. Validation confirmation. You also wrote here, I see 3-3 and 4-4 a lot. Again, validation confirmation here. Okay, 3-3-3. You're on the right path. Your guides and your higher self is helping you along the way. Fours are about stability. So they're helping you and guiding you to stability. But remember, it's now about putting things in motion in the 3D world. Okay. So it's getting out of the desire and more doing something about it. Okay. All right. Anaya. I keep saying Anaya. I know I'm probably like messing up your name. I'm so sorry. Hello, Anaya. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. All right. So let's see what's coming through for you. What may be potentially unfolding for you here. And let's see what's coming through. What may be potentially unfolding for you. We have bring love into the situation. And it's new moon in Aquarius. Okay? New moon in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius energy is about thinking, right? It's an air sign, but it's thinking outside of the box. It's the unique way that you can create and solve something, the unique way that you connect with your social circles, the unique way that you can connect with your thoughts, but to create something in a very eclectic type of way. Outside of the box thinking is how this is coming through. There's a change that may be occurring or that may occur in the near future. So there's a potential unfolding here where you may be either in a situation, circumstance, event, maybe with a person and environment that it's going to bring you to a place where it's going to, it feels here like you're going to need to think outside of the box. Okay. You need to do things a little bit different if you want a different type of result. Okay. Bring love into the situation is telling me that it's super important that whatever this may be about, that there is a sense of making sure that it also about everyone else, not just about friends, family, and loved ones, but does it benefit you in a way where, you know, you are kind of pouring unconditional love to whatever this may be, but you're also making sure that you are taking care of yourself, okay? That you're not overextending, that yes, you're pouring your heart and your soul into whatever this may be, whether it's something within your love life, career, family sector, but that you're not overpouring to the fact that you are running dry or that you're draining yourself. Okay. So bring love into the situation. I'm also feeling this sense of self-care. Okay. Super important here that may be potentially unfolding. I do feel that there is a change that may be in your horizon, a change that's going to require you to tap in to the lessons and the things that you have. And also, there's something about your intelligence, okay? The manner in which you're thinking about something and whatever this is in this potential unfolding. Because it's as if you may encounter something coming up, Okay, like you may encounter something may unfold for you, but it's going to require you to see how did you act or react, or how did you deal with whatever this was before, and how can you deal with it a whole lot better this time around, to the point where you're not overextending or overgiving. Okay, whether it's overgiving in a mental energy, whether it's overgiving financially, whether it's overgiving your resources, your talent, your skills, or your emotions. So I do feel like that is that type of energy. It may require you to figure out new ways how you can create that balance. Okay, and that balance within yourself. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, Anaya. Intuitive friends, just so you know that the list is closed for today, but please feel free to meet me back here when I do the super chat lives after this live stream. Okay, let's see. Let's get more clarity here on bring love to a situation. All right, this one here wanted to fall out. Wow, you have the 8 of Swords with the 3 of Cups. 8 of Swords, okay? The reality of something versus the perception and the illusion that you have in your mindset. And the mindset may be tapping into self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. So there may be things here in the near future, or something, so an energy that you may be dealing with right now at this moment in time, where the 8 of Swords is saying you may be stuck in a certain pattern. Remember that I said that bring love into the situation. I'm feeling you need to get out of the comfort zone. You need to think out of the box. And sure enough, you have here the 8 of Swords, Swords energy, which is air energy, and Aquarius being an air sign. So validation, confirmation. Now, the 8 of Swords is the energy of being trapped by your own limited self-sabotaging thoughts, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs. Okay, and do something here. Okay, maybe your perspective on something also. Your perspective on how you're viewing something. Okay, maybe what you want to see versus what you are seeing, and that creating a little bit of tension, because I'm getting like it's two things also. Okay, so it's like 1 and 2, and then you're kind of like, on the fence here. So the 8 of Swords is saying you need to release yourself from self-inflicted binds. Okay, again, thinking outside of the box in some way, shape, or form. You do have here the 3 of Cups. There may be friends, family, loved ones who may be very well supporting you. Okay, that's the 3D realm. But we could also be talking about this in the realm here of the divine, your guides, your higher self, your ethereal network here giving you a hand. 3 of Cups, okay? It's friendships. It's connecting with others that have that, love towards whatever this may be, or there's this high vibing energy. This could also be a celebration. So there may be something here in the upcoming energy where you choose to let go, you choose to release yourself from these self-inflicted limited beliefs, these self-inflicted ideas. Okay, maybe seeing things as like the worst case scenario instead of looking at things from like the best case scenario. Okay, so as you release yourself from this energy, the 3 of Cups is saying, well, guess what, now things are at a higher vibration. So you may be hanging out with your friends more often, or connecting with loved ones more often. There may be here a celebration. Maybe that's what you need in order to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Think outside of the box, bringing here more of a union between you and your life purpose or your soul purpose, okay? Three of Cups is also reconciliation and reunion. So it could be you reconciling with your own ideas, again, releasing yourself from self-inflicted binds. But there could also be a situation, circumstance, or an event, especially if there has been this kind of like friction between you and your family or friends or loved ones in your social circle. There may be here this sense of like um, you know, choosing to see something in a different light or think about something in a different way, resolving it with a sense of unconditional love rather than stubborn, right? Rather than kind of like it's my way or the highway, right? So that is also coming through as well. Let's take a look here. Oh, look at that. That just flipped over. It says limitless potential. Remember that I said here, especially with the Eight of Swords, where there is this sense of like, again, getting out of your own way, whether that's self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, or this energy here where you're just have self-inflicted energy. Like it's, it's like how you're perceiving it is worse than what it actually is. All right, the moment that you leave this energy behind and you allow yourself to do the self-care that is needed, remember that I said pouring into yourself, okay, making sure that you're not drained, making sure that you're thinking about different ways to figure something out here in the potential future. It may lead to some type of celebration, reunion, or some sense of more happiness. Okay, be more optimistic of something here. There may be here collaborations as well. Okay, now limitless potential says this is a powerful reminder that anything is possible. Again, validation, confirmation, especially if you're like thinking about the worst case scenario, or you're very much stuck with a specific mindset here. There's a sense of you releasing it, just like this Aquarius symbol is releasing here the water. Okay, it's releasing the emotions about something. Powerful reminder that anything is possible. If you can dream it, you have the ability to make it reality. What someone else has can also be yours. Remember, like I said, if you're looking at something from like an aspect of like worst case scenario, start turning it around and start thinking about the best case scenario for you, and you actually winning, you celebrating this, whatever this may be. Someone else has, what someone else has can also be yours. Stay calm and trust that what is meant for you will come your way. Release any tension and embrace relaxation. Exactly. Release this tension. Allow yourself to open yourself up to new energy. Yep. Release any tension, embrace relaxation, knowing that your potential is boundless. All right, there you go. Now you have the 000. Now, what's interesting about 000 is that in tarot, the full card is represented by the number 0 represents the full card. Okay, so there may be here a very new way or a leap of faith that may be required of you. Now, this potential that's unfolding, in order for you to have a leap of faith, you got to leave this energy behind, the Eight of Swords. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful, and I take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget, if these messages don't resonate now, they may resonate in the near future. Intuitive friends, just so you know, the list is closed already. The session is closed, but feel free to continue to remain subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And tomorrow, I will be back for more free mini readings. Up next, we have Nelia. Nelia, you are up next. Before I jump into Nelia's reading, for those of you who are new to the channel and or are visiting, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. If you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below, as well as in the chat. For those of you who are my subscribers, welcome back. More mini readings today. And today, as always, I am channeling the Only free question is what may be potentially unfolding for you in the near future. Okay. So, intuitive friends, if you missed the session, no worries. Tomorrow's another day. Just make sure that you remain subscribed to the channel. All right, intuitive friends. Up next, we have Nelia. After Nelia, we have Daniela. After Daniela, we have Eve, EAIV-J. And last but not least, we have Love Sunshine, okay, which is Ava. Now, intuitive friends, after this live, I will be doing Let's Spill the Tea, what's going on with fill in the blank. Of course, that is a super chat reading. So if you want to join me for that, please feel free to do so. Again, those readings will not be free, okay? But we get into heavy duty details, okay? So that's a 10-minute reading, just so you know. All right, intuitive friends, welcome, welcome. Ooh, look what we have here, Nelia. Your dreams need a practical plan. All right, so Nelia is getting a super reading. And for those of you who are interested in finding out, well, what does that mean? What do I get with a super chat or a super sticker with the question, what may be potentially unfolding? This is a super reading. So pay attention to how this flows. If you're interested, then you can add a super chat to your, a super sticker or a super chat to your turn. Okay. That being said, Nelia, you have your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. There may have been a little bit of changes in your finances or changes in the stability of something, the security of something. Now, what's good about this card is that there is this sense of you manifesting more either stability, resources, or security in a specific area of your life. Now, Venus rules Taurus, okay? So this could be very much connected to the areas that Venus influences, okay, Nelia? So this is, there may be some ideas that you have in your mind. There may be some ideas of what you want to see and what you want to move towards with the year of 2026. Okay. Now, this is saying in order for those ideas, desires, dreams, goals, ambition, there is a requirement here for you to really look at what those dreams, ideas, desires are. What is the actual specific thing that you want to accomplish or things that you want to accomplish? Okay. In either a specific area or different areas here is more of a projection of 2026. So there may be some things here where you're like, I want to start them now, but I want to see, something bloom and expand in 2026. I want 2026 to be very different than 2025. Okay. And so this is saying here to you, Nelia, that those dreams are great. You're placing the power of intention in whatever this may be. But what's also needed, aside from the power of intention, the law of attraction, and the law of resonance, which is you vibrating at the energy of like, I already have it, so that you could keep attracting it, have an actual sensible practical plan. What is it that you're going to physically do with your hands, with your mind, with your resources in order to kickstart or continue to create that momentum in whatever this may be talking about? Okay, so that's the energy that's coming through. Now remember, Taurus energy, super patient. Okay, Taurus is known as one of the, yes, stubborn, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as patience is concerned, Taurus will give you the shirt off their back. And this may be saying you probably, encompass that type of energy. Oh, I forgot you have a you have a super chat. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to do that. So again, this is saying here for you that that sense of stability. You're a person who is reliable. You're a person who maybe you you can attract successes into your life in some areas a lot easier than other areas of your life. So whatever this is, Nelia, this is saying to you, super important here for you to ensure that you're taking the proper practical and sensible steps to do something that you can see, whether this is invest in your education, whether it's invest in a training, whether it's investing your resources in regards to your time. Because remember, time and love are intangible, you can't touch them, but they are valuable. Okay. Or is it resources? Is it that you need to go back to school to something? Is it that you need to read? Is it that you need to find out more tools and resources in order for you to really magnify whatever this is, whatever this dream or this ambition may be talking about here for you. So that's super, super important. I feel that whatever this is, it will potentially change your finances. Okay. If it's not your tangible finances, like your nest egg, stocks, money, bank account, okay, those are tangible money. Maybe here, climbing up the ladder of success, maybe earning more, you're increasing your earning potential. If it's not tangible, then we're talking about something that's intangible. So there may be a change in your love life. There may be a change on how much you allocate time to those things that you find valuable and important. Now, as I said, Taurus is a fixed sign. So Taurus, just like Scorpio, just like Leo, and just like Aquarius, are fixed signs. Now, fixed signs do have a tendency, not just Taurus, all the fixed signs, okay, are known to be a little bit stubborn, but they're stubborn in different ways. Okay. The stubbornness could be like you're very comfortable doing what you're doing in the way that you do it. And this is saying there needs to be a change here on how you do something so that you could get more either tangible resources or that you can open up in other areas. Okay, let's see what else is coming through here for you. Very nice reading, by the way. The law of attraction is super important. That's one of the tools here that you can use. Now, the law of attraction is important, but actually, what I consider even more important is the law of resonance, the energy that you are putting into whatever it is that you want to see. So, that here being super important here. You can do many different things. You can do different manifestation things, okay? Whatever you feel works for you. For example, daily affirmations. You can do the 369 law of attraction manifestation. You can do water manifestation. There's so many tools and resources, but find one that's easy for you, okay? Or that you feel like it resonates with your soul. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through. You have here Clover. What did I say? I said this is going to be beneficial. This is going to change your finances. If it doesn't change your finances, which is the tangible part that I was talking about, it may change your love life for the better, family life for the better. It could change the way that you manage your not just your money, but your time, what you're investing in regards to yourself. Maybe this is you investing in you. But Clover is like the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. Now, this is the Lenormand deck, but the four-leaf clover is about getting a free spin from the universe. Remember that I said specifically that, yes, law of attraction is important, but what's equal, or I should say more important, is the law of resonance, okay? So allowing your energy to dictate that energy that you're reeling in, okay? It's as if you're putting a worm on a hook when you're about to go fishing, okay? So what are you putting on that hook? Are you putting bait or are you putting nothing but worry? So it all depends. What is it that you are going to bring back is what you put on that hook. So this is the energy that I'm getting. And again, this is very beautiful. You also have here, look at that locket. This may be very much connected to your love life. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. If it's not your love life, it's definitely this practical, the dreams, or I should say your dreams need a practical plan. It is something that you've been feeling deep down in your heart and in your soul. It may be your life purpose. It may be your soul purpose that is kind of in a way calling you here in either a new direction, or it's calling you here to amplify this energy. So this is very, very important. Okay. Yeah, that's how this is coming through. All right, let's see what else. Now, the clover is not just about good luck and the rewards. The good luck, the clover in the Lenormand deck are opportunities. There may be opportunities coming in your direction that you weren't expecting here potentially. Those opportunities could be again something that's near and dear to your heart. It could be something that is connected, you're gonna feel very satisfied with whatever this is. It could be success in a project. It could be the rewards that you get back. As I said, especially with Taurus energy, Taurus is all about that stability, and it's not just stability in regards to money. Yes, money is important, but it's what the comforts of the money provides. Okay, so that's what Taurus really focuses on. They're like, yeah, I'll work. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Taurus tend to be a little bit lazy sometimes. No, it's not that they're lazy, it's that they are selective on what they're going to put energy in. If they don't feel that whatever it is that they need to put energy in, it's gonna give, it's gonna grow, or it's gonna glow, then they're not even gonna go in that direction. It has to be very kind of like, it has to make practical and sensible sense to them. Okay, they're not a very feely type of a sign. They're more practical about things. Now, does that mean that Taurus doesn't love things? Of course, they love people, they love things, but they're really focused on the value of something. Okay, what value is it going to add to my life? Because if it's going to take value out of my comforts, out of my luxuries, out of the things that that make me feel secure and make me feel comfortable. Remember, Venus rules Taurus. So Taurus likes finer things. They like luxury. They like the good food, the good company. That's that energy. And so this is saying here that that may be very much what you will be embodying here in the potential near future, right? Yeah, so if Taurus doesn't feel like something is going to grow, they're not even going to bother giving it the time of day, whether it be a person, a situation, circumstance, or event. Look at that. You have here camera, and after camera, you have love again. Look, whatever this is, it could be in your love life, or whatever this is the self-love that you're going to give yourself in the near future. It says unconditional love, self-love, and wholeness. We talked about that, okay? If Taurus doesn't feel comfortable in what they're doing, they're not going to do it. It doesn't matter how much money it could bring. If it's going to rock their sense of comfort, it could be $1 million job, but if that $1 million is going to require Taurus to exert more energy to feel fulfilled in the other areas of their life, a Taurus will turn it down. Okay, because it's not the value. They value something very different. So here it says self-love, wholeness, affection, attraction, selflessness. So again, this could be very much connected to the things that, again, potentially unfolding here, you loving yourself, you making certain decisions here. Again, your dreams need a practical plan. You need to fine tune whatever that is. You may need to look at the past, or you need to look here in 2025 and see what it may be exactly here that you are wanting to either manifest, or that you're wanting to increase or grow. Let's see. We have here chain. Look at that. A chain of events that will affect your life. Okay. Again, that Taurus energy that I just mentioned. Remember that I just said comfort is super important. Feeling good, the sense of satisfaction, making sure that you are taking care of yourself. So there may be a chain of reactions, a chain here, or a chain of events that's going to lead you to figure out what exactly, or maybe there has been in 2025, a chain of events that has shifted your energy in thinking more about stability and security. Now, that could come in different ways. Like I said, this could be money, it could be love, it could be in different ways. But a chain of events may have affected your frame of mind, something that you may have endured in the past or recent past, that you're saying to yourself, I want something different, or I want to see something different in 2026. Okay. So, again, your dreams need a practical plan, and that practical plan needs you to take a look at what you may have done, said, or how you went about something in the past or recent past. Because if you don't want to, how do you say this? Bring it back, like do it again, or have this lesson be born into your life again, it's going to be super important for you to take a closer look on how you're going to do it differently this time around. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. I hope these messages have been insightful. And we have three cards that popped out of the deck. We have tree, affairs with your family. This could be very much connected to family. Okay, as tree is connected to the, family tree. Now, tree is also earth energy. So it's going to be super important for you, for whatever this is, that you really look at all sides of the stability. What do I mean? Look at all sides of the stability. Like I said, especially because you have Taurus energy there. And I know because I'm a Taurus, so I can talk about Taurus energy very well. My son is in Taurus. But, it's about the stability of something. It's not just the money of it. It's how strong is this connection, or how strong is the ground in which I am building something? How strong, what, you want to build something with longevity. Okay. You want something with substance, whether this be in love, whether whatever, career, money, the future. Okay. It may also be connected to family. You also have here clouds, temporary problems. And there may have been here some temporary issues in 2025, like I said, in the past or recent past. It is super important for you to take a look at what those were, and what you don't want to do again, what you don't want to repeat, and then what you want to make different, so that the chain of events is very different this time around than it was in 2025. Okay. This could also be how you deal with friends, family, and loved ones also. You have here quill, get back to basics. Okay. So carefree energy. The quill is not something that is heavy. The quill is like a feather. Okay. So making sure that you unload those self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs. Make sure that you learn from the past. Okay. That your perception is not in the worst case scenario, but looking at things from a very practical and sensible aspect. Quill is also something that people used to use in the day to write. So if this is anything connected, listen carefully because it's coming up now. Potentially, if this is anything that you're going to write, documents, sign, create, negotiate, compromise, leases, homes, mortgages, anything that you sign that has to do with creating a document, reading a document, signing a document, compromising, negotiating. This could be with work, this could be family, friends, wills, like a will. Or I see tree here. So again, things connected to things in writing. Super important for you to be very clear on what it is that you are signing, or that you are that it makes sense, that you're not over promise something and then something is like not delivered all the way. Okay. Because remember, you do have here your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. So it's very important here that you're very careful, not in a negative careful way. I mean, in a way that you just are aware and attentive. What exactly do you want to see? What exactly is the purpose of whatever this dream, situation, circumstance, event, or area in your life is about? You need to be very clear. Maybe you are the type of person who writes things, you manifest through writing. And if so, this is a great a great tool for you to use. Remember that I didn't say that tool before, but that could be it also. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you here, Neela. Neela, I hope these messages have been insightful. There may be something about a contract that may be coming up, okay? Something that you're wanting to purchase, a car, a home, or lease, an apartment, maybe a business, you know, maybe it's something having to do with assets. But yeah, it's coming through. Let's see what else is coming through for you. After Nelia, we have Daniela. After Daniela, we have Eve. And after Eve, we have Love Sunshine. Look at that. Wheel of Fortune. Da-da-da-da-da. Wheel of Fortune energy. Like the clover, you're getting a free spin from the universe. And exactly what I said at the top of the reading, it depends where your energy is. So yes, the law of attraction is important, but the law of resonance even more. Is about the energy that you are propelling out there, and the energy, like I said, remember the hook when you're fishing, right? What are you going to put as the bait? Okay. And if you don't have anything on the hook, then you're not going to bring anything in. So, you know, it's about, well, what is it that you want to put on that hook? Be very intentional about what that is, and have an open mind, right? Say, you know what, today I'm gonna, cast that hook out there, and I'm gonna get a lot of amazing, great opportunities, people, situations, resources, tools, whatever. So it's the energy that you're giving out, that you're generating, that will be coming back. And so the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, which is another, something here is coming, and whatever it is coming very, very positive for you. Okay. And you have a lot of green there. And the fact that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards having a lot of green. Okay, green has to do with the heart chakra also. So that is super important, putting your heart and soul into whatever this is. Wheel of Fortune says here, I trust whatever the universe brings me, right? So there's a sense of surrendering. So you do all the work, you do the practical, sensible, things that you need to do on your end, and then you release it like the feather. Okay, you release it. Okay, you release it. You don't expect something. You just say, well, may it be for my highest good. I always tell people, when you manifest, always say, may it be for my highest good. Right? You don't want something just because you want it. You want something that's going to benefit you, not just be stubborn and want something just because you want it. Okay, there may be here that type of energy. So whatever you throw out there into the universe, coming back. Now it's very interesting because I'm seeing here 8 for a split second. I saw 8 there I saw 8 people watching with 8 thumbs up. All right, let's see what's coming through as advice. All right, Nelia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Whatever this is, it's looking really good. You have really, really positive cards here, a lot of positive energy with the clover, with love coming in twice. Again, we could be talking about the heart chakra. We could also be talking about self-love, about you creating the sense of stability and security within an area of your life, or different multiple areas of your life. Wheel of Fortune here, talking about that, the universe is going to bring the energy that you're pouring out. Okay, so is that reciprocal energy? All right, last but not least, you have endless cycles, 2323. Now what's interesting is that 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Right? And then you have 23 again. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So you have 5, 5. I feel that this may be connected to changes that you may have experienced in the past or recent past, or within 2025, that you want different. You want something different. You want different energy, different outcome. I'm getting the sense of different. You want a different a cycle to open up for you, a cycle where there's more stability, more security, however you may define security, more abundance, more success. Again, however you may define success. Okay, success is different for different people. Okay, some people, feel that success is money. Other people feel that success is time and money, time freedom. Super valuable. Again, we all success is very open there. Okay, so it's whatever you may feel that success may be. Okay, so you may find yourself repeatedly resisting certain truths, leading to feelings of exhaustion to live authentically for yourself. Okay, like I said, this could be very much self-love. How can you center yourself in order to create more abundance and success? Because at the end of the day, it's not so much about other people, it's about ourselves. How are we placing ourselves in the dynamics of what it is that we want to call into our energy field, right? And so that is coming through for you there. It says it's time to decide to live authentically for yourself, embracing your passion. And we have two cards here that have love and have the heart. So again, your heartfelt intentions, your heart's desire, super important factor here. By making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit. Again, when you make this change, the energy that you generate will be very different. Okay, so by making this change, the world around you will begin to follow suit. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what you think about, you bring about. It says breaking the cycle and fostering transformation. Okay, super important there for you. By the way, the number 5 is also May. Okay, now these changes could happen at any moment in time, but because you have here Taurus, Earth energy, which is Pentacles energy, which tells me this change or this potential unfolding may take a little while. Okay, so it's not going to be all of a sudden. It may take a little bit more time. Just like the tree, you plant something today, you're not getting a tree tomorrow. But I do feel, just by looking at this energetically here, that either April or May, there may be a very big shift happening here in regards to this reading that you're getting. So it's coming up now in December, but I feel it's more about giving you kind of like time for you to assess what it is that you need to plan, how you can execute your plan better, what things that you can tweak, add, subtract. That type of energy is what I'm getting here. So you may be seeing either this energy potentially or some type of improvement April or May, which April and May is Taurus season. Okay, so we have in April we have Aries and Taurus. And then in May, we have Taurus and Gemini season. So that may be super important there for you. Nelia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for your super. Up next, we have Daniela. Daniela, you are up next. But before I call Daniela for Daniela's reading, I do want to say hello, intuitive friends. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. If you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below, as well as in the chat. Nelia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop those in the comment section and here in the chat. That lets me know that these messages resonated for you. And as I always mention, intuitive friends, if they don't resonate now, they may resonate in the near future. All right. Current subscribers, welcome back. Another you can pick a card. Oh my God, where was I getting that? Another reading here. Maybe I do need to do a pick a card. I haven't done one in a while, so maybe that's also it. But just reminding you here, intuitive friends, this is another free live chat mini reading. Of course, you can extend your 5 minutes by dropping a super chat or a super sticker. And of course, you will get a super reading, which is what I just did here for Nelia. But that being said, intuitive friends, today is a short list, but don't worry, tomorrow is another day. So if you missed the opportunity to be part of the free mini readings today, just continue to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all alerts. That's going to let you know when I'm on. Because what happens if you just subscribe because you want a reading and then you unsubscribe, guess what? When I come back on next time, you're not going to get notified that I'm on, because number one, you're not a subscriber, and number two, you're not you haven't turned on your notification bell as being a subscriber. So that's super important. My list changed. The number on my list changes quite frequently. Sometimes if I have a lot more time, it's a longer type of list that I will write down, but sometimes it's a quicker reading. Okay. Intuitive friends, if you are interested, though, if you weren't able to join this reading, but you're interested in not asking, but I'm going to have a open-ended question as my let's spill the tea. So if you're interested in that, then join me back later, because I will be doing let's spill the tea, what's going on with, and then it's blank. Now, those readings are not free, but you can definitely take part with a super chat. It is a super chat reading. Okay. All right, intuitive friends. So Nelia, thank you so much. Up next, we have Daniela. Hello, Baker 215. Oh, the new list. Not anytime soon. Not even, I don't even think, not even next week, probably the following week after that. Okay. Hello, King Lastly. Welcome. Hello, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you so much for giving a hand here. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, it's Daniela's birthday. Hello. Happy birthday, Daniela. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Daniela. Thank you so much for joining on your special day. Hello, Ice Cube City. Welcome. Yes, you could come back at Ice Cube City. Hello, TBK. Welcome. No Handsome 83. Welcome. Remember, intuitive friends, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Love Sunshine Eve 92. That's Ava. Remember, Ava, you're at number 6, so don't go too far. All right. All right, Daniela. Well, let's wish Daniela a happy birthday. For those of you who are like, who's Daniela? It's Delamala. Delamala 5383. Welcome, my dear, and happy birthday to you. All right. Well, let's see what's coming through for you. This is a birthday reading, huh? Let's see what may be potentially unfolding for you here. What may be potentially reminding you that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see what's coming through for you. What may be unfolding for you in this 5-minute mini reading. And let's see what's coming through for you. All right, we have show the world the real you. Okay, show the world the real you. Now, with show the world the real you, I feel that there's a sense of sorry, I know I always say I got to get a new timer. I really do. But here we show the world the real you. There are times, and again, I don't know you, you don't know, we don't know each other, but this is the energy that it's coming across. There are times that people feel like that there's something about you that may seem a little bit kind of like aloof or a little bit detached in some way, okay? And I don't feel that that is like, it's not intentional. It's just that um your energy, right? And it's how other people may perceive you. And there are times here that you do it some there are times here that that may be intentional. That you are making sure that you're showing or perceiving a specific persona. Whether that persona is I'm doing very well, when in reality, behind closed doors there may be some challenges. There's a sense of like what you perceive to the world versus what actually is happening behind the scenes. And this is talking about merging your authenticity of behind the scenes energy and what you show to the real world, to the world, and having it more aligned so that there is this energy here where you're really being you rather than being two different people in different environments. Now we all have the persona that we show to the world and the persona that we have behind closed doors, but there's persona that you show to the world that may be a little bit guarded, right? It may just show like everything is picture perfect when in reality that's not the case. Like I am very put well together, like my makeup needs to be perfect, my hair needs to be perfect, my nails need to be, I need to show like I'm perfect. When in reality there are times where it's like, yeah, I'm just having a bad day and you know what? This is just who I am and I'm just struggling today, right? And so kind of like allowing yourself to feel or to allow yourself to share that vulnerability with other people, right? um and that's how this energy is coming across. Like for example, like sometimes I tell you guys like, yeah, what like, things are going great right now, or like if something is like, oh, yeah, I remember when I had that experience and I felt like this, like that. Because just because I was born intuitive, just because I was born as a medium, as a psychic, as a clairvoyant, as a child, all through my life, doesn't mean that I had a picture perfect life, right? And just because I have the success and the accomplishments that I have behind the scenes, okay, doesn't mean that I didn't have a struggle. So it's kind of like that perception here that is like, there may be here a little bit of an overcompensation here, okay, of making sure that like you're showing people a certain facade because there may be something happening behind the scenes. So this is talking about kind of aligning the authentic you, like saying, you know what, today it's okay, I'm not feeling, as charismatic, or I'm not feeling like the social butterfly, so it's okay to embrace that side of you as well. All right, let's see here for you. Eight of Swords. Yeah, look at that. That popped up. The Eight of Swords. I release myself from self-inflicted binds. So this has a lot to do with your mindset, the reality of something versus how you are seeing something. This could be the reality versus the delusion, or the reality versus your storyline or your narrative in your head. So the reality may be one thing, but you're looking at it from a different point of view because there's a fear here of having to say, wow, maybe this situation, circumstance, event, person, scenario, or area is really not going very well. Okay. So again, this energy of showing the real you. Okay, very much similar to this energy. So the Eight of Swords is you being very your mind, trapped in your limited beliefs. So things may be looking really great, but in your mind, you're taking it as it's not. Or it could be vice versa. Something could be not going very well at all, but in your mind, you're creating a whole other delusional illusion of whatever the reality is. Okay, and this may be, something that you're doing to safeguard yourself in a way. Okay, because you don't want to get hurt, or you don't want to see something for what it is, because if you see it for what it is going to require you to make certain decisions, and you may not. This is what's unfolding for you is saying you need to get ready for that. You need to get ready to allow yourself to release yourself from your self-sabotaging thoughts, or limited beliefs, or the script that you have in your mind that is not allowing you to move past something here. Okay, that you need to let go or disengage from or release yourself from, whether it be a person, a situation, or an environment. All right, let's see what else is coming through. So there's a sense here of you needing to release that narrative, that storyline, self-inflicted thoughts, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, being able to see something for what it is, not for what you want it to be, right? Yeah, you see? I told you, the Devil card in tarot. There is something that you may be very, very much, look at that. I'm telling you, this reading is reminding you here, Daniela, that what is unfolding for you is the moment that you release whatever this thing, person, environment, or situation that you're holding on to, that you have attached yourself to in some way, shape, or form. It's like, I want to hold on to it because I feel that it gives me validation, it gives me attention, it makes me feel like I'm wanted, I'm needed, I'm thought of, but it's not healthy. Okay? So the Devil card in tarot is the number one, it is Capricorn energy, right? And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Okay, and Saturn is known as the planet of the tough teacher. So it's about the responsibilities, it's about the discipline, it's about you understanding that in order for you to bring a whole other energy, you may need to cut cords here that you've attached yourself with, whether it be a person and a situation, a circumstance, or a cycle that just keeps repeating. It's like you're still in the same cycle over and over and over and over and over again. And you want different results, but you're still spinning like the hamster on the hamster wheel. So the Devil card in tarot is saying you need to release yourself. You need to free yourself from either your self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, the lack of moderation of something here, an old pattern that you just keep doing over and over again, because there's this kind of like, well, if I let it go, then I'm not being seen. The attention is going to go somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of this fear here, which is why this is saying show the real you. Okay, if you're not comfortable in something, then only you can shift that energy. And the universe is saying, the universe is saying, listen, I want to give you another chance, but you got to get off that hamster wheel. Because once you release yourself from self-inflicted binds, that you're going to allow yourself to free yourself from whatever is holding you back. And that whatever is holding you back is you connected to either someone, something, or, like I said, the illusion and perception that you have in your mind of your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Okay. It's like, I want to hang on to this thing, this person, or this scenario, because if I don't, then fill in the blank, whatever that self-sabotaging thought may be. So the Wheel of Fortune says, I trust I trust whatever the universe brings me. Okay. So when you're standing in your own power, you don't care about if a person wants to leave or stay, or if you have to make a decision about staying or leaving, whether it's a person, a situation, a circumstance, or event. You're going to make your decision, and you allow people to make their decisions too, right? Like, you have free will. You can very easily get yourself out of this energy if you choose to. But if not, it's going to be this hamster wheel type of energy. Last but not least here, Daniela, let's see what else is coming through for you. You want different results. You have to be consistent in whatever decision that you make in order to cut not only either the person, the energy, or the situation, but also cut yourself from limited thoughts and limited beliefs. Okay? So the fear of something is not allowing you to release it. But here in the near future is saying you'll make that decision at some point. At some point, you're either going to get tired or you're going to snap out of it. So it's great to see that the Wheel of Fortune is here, because remember, the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. So something will improve, something will progress. Okay. The hand of destiny is, going to help you to get back in the flow if you choose to cut the cords with the Devil and the Eight of Swords. Okay. But in order to do that, you need to find out what is it really that you want? What is it that you really want to achieve? All right. That being said, Daniela, happy birthday. Let's find out your last and final card. And up next, we have Eve, AIVJ. You are up next. All right. Look at that. I didn't even pick it. It just it fell out of the deck. And what do you have here? Talk about validation, readjustments. See? Told you. That's that readjustment. Okay. You want something different, you have to do something differently. All right. It says, you know why I'm laughing? Because this is the same exact thing that I just said. It's just so crazy. Okay. First of all, you have the number 1660. 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. You may be seeing the angel number 7. Okay. So 7, 7. Okay, you may see the angel numbers of 1 and 6 as well. You may also be seeing mirror numbers, and that is the universe trying to catch your attention, saying, pay attention, Daniela, pay attention, trying to grab your attention. Now, here with readjustments, it says your self-control is strong enough to set things right. Isn't that the same exact message? Just in a different wording, but the same exact message. I was talking about swords and the Devil card. Okay. So that being said, let's see what else is coming through. It says self-control. Your self-control is strong enough to set things right. A new romantic, new. Why is it new? Because the Wheel of Fortune is placing back, allowing you or helping you to get back into the flow. But you can only get back into the flow the moment that you cut the cord with these two energies here. Because if not, what's happening is you keep spinning these two energies over and over and over and over again, like the hamster wheel that I mentioned earlier within the Wheel of Fortune energy. You're going to keep generating back the same thing that you have always gotten, because you're not doing something new. You're not cutting yourself off from these two energies. So a new romantic or a new platonic friendship is on the horizon. Now, this could be new romance, new situation, new circumstance, new event, new person, new people, new frame of thought, new actions. Okay. So the newness of something here. It says, along with the opportunity to reconnect and start anew with an area of your past, something that you've always been wishing, hoping, and desiring. So what is it that you've always been wishing, hoping, and desiring could come into your energy fields with the Wheel of Fortune, but you need to let go of these two energies. It said, trust that everything will fall into place as you embrace these positive changes. Positive changes, again, the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to spin something new, then you need to let go of these energies. Okay. Super important. That being said, Daniela, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Up next, we have Eve. AIVJ, you are next. But first, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. If you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. That being said, intuitive friends, for those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. We're doing another live here. And, if you already had a reading November 30th or 29th and December 1st, then obviously you're not going to be added to the list. Now, the list is already closed. But what you can do to ensure that doesn't happen next time is, number one, subscribe to the channel, remain subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And whenever I post that I'm doing a live, you're going to be alerted. Okay. That being said, intuitive friends, just remember that these messages are always for entertainment purposes only. All right. Up next, we have Eve. Hello, Eve. Welcome. All right. Welcome, Eve. All right, so you're here. Excellent. After Eve, we have Love Sunshine, Eve 92 or Ava 92. Okay. All right, Eve. Long time. I haven't seen you around in a while. Hopefully, you're doing well. Let's take a look here what's coming through for you. Now, remember that these messages are, and also, you're very welcome, Daniela. Also, remember here, Eve, that the only messages that I'm channeling are what may be potentially unfolding here for you. Oh my gosh, that's it. The poor clock. I think the timer has had its moment. Oh my gosh. All right. I have to remember, I'm probably going to get a new one tomorrow. All right, Eve, let's see what's coming through for you. What may be potentially unfolding for you? All right, you have, ooh, this is nice. Prosperity lies ahead. Nice. You have Taurus energy here. Okay, Taurus energy, as you know, Taurus is ruled by Venus. And Venus rules not only Taurus, but it also rules Libra. Okay, so with prosperity lies ahead, it's coming of the more that you realize what is your special talent or skills in whatever special talents and skills in career, in love, in with family, with friends. We all have gifts. Okay, we all have gifts. Some of us have, for example, I have the gift of gab. I am a good communicator. So I love to talk. But among other things, it's like you understanding what your gifts are. What are your gifts? What are your skills? What are your talents? When you know what your gifts, your skills, and your talents are, the next question is work with your skills and talents. So when you work with your skills, talents, and like I said here, skills, talents, and I forgot what I just said a little while ago, but when you work with those natural abilities that you have, guess what? You're going to be very successful in whatever you choose to show or use those skills, talent, or natural abilities. So prosperity lies ahead. It's saying you need to really think about what tools, skills, and resources, what natural abilities you have that you can create or expand so that there is more success, stability, and security in your life. For example, and again, this is an example. I'm not saying that you have this ability, but maybe you're really good with numbers. Maybe you're really good with finances. Maybe you're really good with, career, with, with other things. Maybe you're really good in love. Maybe you're good at cooking, baking, whatever. There's a talent here that could really benefit you and can be expanded to create an extra source of income, or maybe it's your intuition. Okay. But it's something. And this says, if you take a look at what that skill, natural talent, ability, or this thing that comes as a natural knack for you, like you're just really good at fill in the blank, you can actually create or amplify that skill and that talent and make something big. You can grow that into either tangible wealth. You can grow that into helping others. You can grow that by kind of like, in a way, living your soul purpose, living your life purpose in a more abundant way. Okay, so prosperity lies ahead. I'm also getting, you could be a natural manifester. You could be the type of person that if you're thinking into reality just by the mere thought of saying, okay, this is what I want to accomplish, and then you see it accomplished. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you there, because it's coming across as there's something that's like that you've always had, a talent, a skill, a something that you can really amplify more. I don't know, success. And again, when I say success, intuitive friends, we all have a different definition of what success is. To some people, success is owning 5 homes. To other persons, success is being able to have a more balanced life, work and life balance. For other people, success is tangible abundance, money. For other people, it's love, so that's how this is coming across. And especially with the fact that Venus rules Taurus, it also gives me that energy here that there's something in an area that Venus influences. And by the way, it influences a lot of important things. So this could be anything. But there is here this potential of you creating more benefit for yourself in this. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. What's unfolding? The 3 of Cups with the 2 of Cups and the 5 of, man, a lot of, listen, I would say here that you're a water sign. If you're not a water sign, you have strong water somewhere, because cups was all water energy. Okay. And interesting, the sign that's opposite, they're opposite twins. Okay. Opposite twins, Taurus and Scorpio. They're very similar. They're very similar in some things, but they're also different in how they come across with their similarities. Okay. Let me give you an example. Like, for example, Taurus and Scorpio are very passionate. They're very much, they're very selective. They're selective, in sort of things. They're very ambitious. They're motivated. But Taurus is more practical and sensible. Okay. Whereas Scorpio is more emotive. It's more emotion. So if they were to argue, example, Scorpio is very emotional and passionate. So their arguments are going to be more emotions. Okay. Whereas Taurus is very logical, rational, and practical. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense, which is going to piss off the Scorpio. You see what I'm saying? So it's that energy. So you probably, either a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or you may also have a strong Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So, and if you are a water sign, I'm going to tell you, an Earth sign, such as like allow you to be more grounded with stuff, not so much into your feelings here. So If you are single, that's coming through. You have the Three of Cups. I embrace the joyful opportunities. Okay, there may be friendships here. There may be people that may be helping you in the near future with this potential energy. I wouldn't be surprised if the people that are coming into your energy field or that you're calling in are either earth elements or water elements, because it's coming on very strongly. So Three of Cups is also about reunion. Okay, reuniting with people that you care about, reuniting with people that you love, friends, family, loved ones. Okay, having a really good time, celebration. Okay, celebrating the finer moments in life. Okay, why am I saying the finer moments? Because Taurus is all about the luxury, finer moments. Okay, they really love quality. Okay, not so much quantity. They're very quality type of individuals. They like the quality of a connection. They want the quality of, this is a sign that treasures that very deeply. Okay, so it's not about how many friends that they have. It's about the depth of the friendships that are selected in their circle. So there is this sense of like being selective in that way. In the near future, there could be, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming in, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces as well, and friends and loved ones and things of that. It says, I embrace joyful opportunities. There may be invitations here that may be coming in your direction. Take them. If you're single, listen carefully. You may not want to go to some of these places, okay? Because you're like, oh, I'm not in the mood, or I don't want to. But you should, especially if you're single. Why? Because it could be an opportunity here for you to meet someone. Okay. If you are in a connection, that's fine. This is talking about you strengthening the bond between you and the person that you have in your life, the person that you're with in your life right now. But if you are single and you're actively attracting, you're open to love, this is telling me here you can meet someone through a celebration, a party, or a place where there are many different people, like having fun, a very casual environment, and you calling in here a person who feels very soul to soul. Now, if this is talking about career, this is talking about, yeah, you having fun, going out, or being in a more collaborative unit with people that you work with, friends, family, your colleagues, your staff, and having a really good rapport with your colleagues. Okay, maybe even rapport. Maybe people, maybe you're like, people that are in other industries. Okay, kind of like sending you referrals. Okay, you aligning more with clients. Okay, and this is love when the family, again, more the celebrations, the getting together is going to bring the family closer together, and your soul will be more at ease. It's going to be more relaxed type of thing. It's about you experiencing. Remember, Taurus energy is earth. It's what I can experience. So there's a sense here of you experiencing a really good time. So there could be like more valuable experiences with with people that you love and that you care for. All right, so but I was just holding the wrong deck there. All right, let's see what else. Last but not least, up next we have Love Sunshine. Love Sunshine. Ava, you are up next. Last but not least, let's take a look at your last but not least energy here. It says swift action, 8-8. The number 8 being very important here for you. By the way, if you are single, you may attract someone. It may take some time though, because it's Taurus energy, that's earth energy. So that takes time. But I feel here that you may meet some, if you're single. If you're not, then this was just you connecting deeper with relationships and people that you care about. But if you are single, this is giving this energy here that you may meet someone that in 2026 there may be more on your kind of like, you feel like you've known this person. There's like a soul to soul connection here coming through. Okay, so that's how this is coming across. All right. Oh. Okay. All right, so it's coming across as that soul to soul connection with the number 8. Swift action says you're entering a phase of expansion. Validation, confirmation, because that's exactly what I was talking about. Remember that I said Taurus energy, it's about making bigger, making stronger, Okay. It says you're entering a phase of expansion, so take immediate action toward your ultimate goals. Financial improvement is on the horizon. Talked about that at the top of the reading, validation, confirmation. And by the way, someone has their eyes on you. Told you, Two of Cups energy. All right. You may be very much interested in someone may be interested in you. Where you least expected, by the way, because I'm getting like this is like other people are involved. So maybe someone's sister, someone's brother, someone's cousin, people that their siblings or their friends. Okay, or this is like the friend of a friend, or meeting someone, like you and other people are going out to hang out, maybe going to a wedding, to a birthday or whatever, and then meeting someone that feels very much connected to your energy. So that's how this is coming across. It says financial improvements are on the horizon, and by the way, someone has their eyes on you. Stay focused, because the universe is aligning things in your favor. Okay, look at that validation, confirmation. And then you have swift action. If you do feel like you meet someone, or that you have this kind of like, this energy here, like your magic, the magic of who you are, like your special talent, work with it, use it, because there's a lot of great opportunities here that may be very much connected to that natural ability or natural talent. It could bring a lot of prosperity and abundance here for you. Okay. All right, Eve. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Up next, we have Love Sunshine. And Love Sunshine, Eve, you are up next. But before we jump into your reading, I want to say thank you here to Eve. And for those of you who are new to the channel and are visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is there. Guess what? My information is also in the chat as well. Okay. That being said, intuitive friends, make sure that you watch your December readings. Guess what? They're all out now. All the December readings are out. I am still working on the singles reading, and I will be working on the couples reading soon. But first, let's jump into the reading here for Ava. And Ava, oh, thank you so much, Ava, for your super. You're getting a super reading. Love Sunshine Eve 92. Thank you so much for your super. Let's jump straight into your reading. And by the way, intuitive friends, if you weren't able to make it this time around on the list, no worries. Please remember that I will be back tomorrow. I will be back later on today, but the messages that I'll be channeling later today are going to be focusing on the super chats. Okay, so what's the tea? What's going on with fill in the blank? Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Eve. Hopefully that has made sense. If it doesn't make sense now, it doesn't resonate. It could resonate at a later time. Okay. But that reading for you looked really good. All right. Let's jump into Eve's reading. Love Sunshine Ava 92. Let's take a look at what's coming through for you. Now you have a super reading, and you're last on the list, so this is good. You don't have anybody else waiting for you, or waiting after you. But let's see what's coming through for you. All right. So we have here, don't let your past hold you back. All right, so Ava, don't let your past hold you back. It says South Node. Now, the South Node, if we're talking about your astrological chart, which I'm going to talk about it in two ways. I'm going to talk about it as your astrological chart for a split second, and then we're going to talk about it, what that means if you don't know anything about your astrological natal chart, okay? So if we're talking about your astrological natal chart, there are placements in our astrological natal chart that lets us know our North Node, and our North Node is what we want to accomplish in our current life, the things that we want to reach, the things that we need to get out of our head about, or get out of our own way in order to accomplish here in this lifetime. So that's the North Node, your destiny, fate. Okay. That always feels a little uncomfortable because it's your first time doing whatever it is that you are kind of like being shown in your North Node. Okay. So it's like moving up a grade, right? Like, you're in first grade and you learned everything that you needed to know for kindergarten and for first grade, but now you're going to second grade. And so if you're given kindergarten and first grade work, you can do it, right? You can do it because you've mastered it, or it feels comfortable because now you know it. So that's your South Node, right? The things that you've lived already, that you know already, things that may come very easily to you. However, sometimes we get caught in staying in our past, in doing the things that we've always done, and somehow expecting new and different results. So the South Node is your past. It could be past heartbreaks, pain, suffering, love. It could be past memories, past things that you're really good at, whatever this is. This is saying it's time for you to leave this energy behind. Yes, you've experienced what you experienced, you've dealt with what you've dealt with, you've learned the things that you've learned. You feel like, okay, listen, I if you could give me kindergarten and first grade work, I'm gonna ace it. So in that aspect, this you've mastered something here. Here's the thing. It's time for you to let go and now move up to fourth grade. Okay, so I'm giving you an analogy here, right? So it's time for you to say, okay, the past, I learned this, I went through that. It was because I needed to see this. Now I know that. Now I'm going to move differently in this. Now I'm going to use this other ability that I didn't even think about. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to use. That's what this is about. This is about you leaving the South Node behind and saying to yourself, what's next? And the next is going to require you to take a leap of faith. Okay. Now, if you know your astrological natal chart, and of course, I always drop the cafe astrology. If it's not here and down below in the description box, you can take a look at the December readings and it will be there. Okay. Now, cafe astrology, I have no connections and no affiliations with Cafe Astrology. It is a tool that I have used and is very accurate in regards to your astrological natal chart. If you know your exact time of birth, even better. Not an approximate, not because, oh, my mother told me it was this time. No, like you literally see it on your birth certificate. I was born at this time. Then you plug in that time, and then it's going to give you even more information. Now, why is that important? Because on your astrological natal chart, you're going to see your North Node, which is what needs to be, what you should. We all have free will. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you should, because it is you now moving up. It's you moving through the grades of life in a way. Okay. So you taking a look at what your North Node is on your astrological natal chart and understanding the destiny or fate or what you need to learn, what you need to master in this lifetime. And also take a look at your South Node. What are you naturally good at? What could be past lives you have lived and all that? Okay. So that is talking about it on an astrological plane. Now, we're talking about this out of astrology and we're talking more about what it is. It's so funny. What did you write? I'm a Sagittarius in my north. So am I. So am I. Look at that. I'm Sagittarius in my North Node and a Gemini in my South Node. It's always the opposite, right? So that means in this lifetime, you're to travel, meet people from different parts of the world, explore, listen to your intuition, to be more free. Okay, to allow yourself not to be so much in your head, to be a free spirited type of person, to take risks. Okay, read up on what it is, because that's going to lead the way here for you. So that's what this is talking about. It's talking about there are times where your south node, you're very much holding on. Your south node is Gemini, just like mine. My south node is Gemini. So that's why teaching for me is super easy, because in Gemini, you have the teacher, the writer, the communicator. That's why for me, being able to write my ideas and my thoughts comes a whole lot easier for me. You see what I'm saying? So again, take a look at that and study it a little bit more, because that is here what is telling you in regards to this north and south node. Let's see what else is coming through for you here. Okay, what else may be potentially unfolding? So in 2026, try to do things to live more in your north node type of energy. Okay, you have here bear, stable, powerful. Okay, all right, with the whip. Now, there are times that you get caught up in doing the same thing over and over again, not on purpose. It feels like it's kind of like it's just easy for you to fall into a specific, or it's to fall into a cycle here. That's what this is talking about, because the whip is about the frustrations. The whip is about the frustrations that you may sometimes feel that you may be in when you're like going over and over and over and over again. You're reliving something over and over and over again, and it's saying you're living too much in your south node, or you're holding on too much to your south node, and you're not allowing yourself to get out of that south node energy so that it could experience something different. And although it may feel a little bit uncomfortable or scary, it is super important, because you need to figure out your south node is going to tell you or guide you into your heart's purpose or heart's desire or your soul purpose in this lifetime. So you may be very strong or holding on to something strongly in a pattern because it feels good or it feels comfortable. Okay. And so this reading is saying, spot what that may be. What is it that you always kind of just naturally flow into? This is saying, okay, you naturally flow into that, but now dip your foot in another pond. Dip your foot in another place, not in the same place every single time. Okay. There may be here something that you do over and over again when you are in love. Okay, so maybe there are some things that when you are in love, it's something that you do over and over again. And then you're like, but I don't understand why I'm always in this predicament, or that always happens to me. It always happens because you are, whether consciously or unconsciously, always going towards that south node pattern. So this is talking about breaking that pattern, leaving something, doing something different. If it's not about love, it's about what your heart's passion is. Maybe you've chosen to not do something, okay? And you're saying to yourself, I've always wanted to do that, but I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. I don't think I'm going to do well. You're putting all these self-sabotaging thoughts that may be very much connected to your south node, and you're allowed. So, and because my north node is in Sagittarius, so I can tell you your south node is in Gemini. So you get caught up in your head. That's what this is saying. So you get strongly stuck in your head, and then it's difficult for you to take a leap of faith. So this is saying you need to let go of that south node so that you can allow yourself here to move towards your soul's desire, your life purpose. Okay. Let's take a look here. Give me more clarity in regards to the bear and the whip. Remember, Gemini in the south node is someone who is very logical and analytical. So there could be parts of you that if it doesn't make sense, look at that abundance. If it doesn't make sense to you, you're not going to move in that direction. And if that is the energy that you normally are in, that is your Gemini south node. Sagittarius north node is, okay, You're thinking about it logically and rationally, but just take the leap of faith. Travel, move into a new space, be a little bit more spontaneous, be a little bit more open to the excitement that someplace new or someone new or doing something in a different way or listening to your intuition or allowing yourself to be guided by your heart's desire rather than your mind, such as your Gemini South Node. Okay. So I can talk more, like I can, because you told me Sagittarius is your North Node, I already know what your South Node is because it's the same placement as mine. So it's very easy to kind of explain to you what this is really truly about and how you can shift that energy for 2026. Well, you have abundance here. I forgot to talk about that. And then you have shock. Okay. So abundance here, like I said, getting yourself out of that idea, that revolving door over and over again, stepping out of being logical, rational, analytical, allowing yourself, and I'm not saying that logical, rational, analytical is not important. It is super important, but there's a time and place, right? And so you may get caught up too much in your head. But I feel now that this reading is coming through for you, there may be some information here that may be enlightening. Okay. There could be something that's coming up in the near future that either there's a sudden change, so you find out more about something, whether it's knowledge, you can have the sense of epiphany, like, aha, I think I understand how I can live more in my North Node energy in this lifetime. So it could be that type of awareness. It could also be here some type of shocking or surprising news. Okay. It could also be an important kind of shock or learning about something falling on your lap. It could be a job opportunity. It could be a whirlwind of money. It could be tangible money, or it could be something of a valuable experience. It doesn't have to be money. Okay. But I'm getting here, there's this sense of abundance and prosperity that may be coming in your direction without you kind of thinking about it. It may be something very much connected to the past. Maybe it's something that you've earned. You've earned because you've, dealt with it better. You've learned the lessons. You've decided to now move and live more in your North Node type of purpose. And that may shift your energy around into gaining more of a positive mindset, into you allowing yourself to be more aligned to the things that you want to manifest and see in your reality. And here with abundance, also here, this attitude of gratitude. Okay. There could be blessings that are coming in your direction that you weren't expecting. It could be obviously your higher self, your loved ones who have crossed over. It could be just opportunities, people, your heart's desire, or you just making certain changes. Now, shock could also be here because it's coming across as this tower moment type of energy, right? There may be something here that you're expecting and you may get some sense of revelation, or maybe it's a rejection of some sorts, but it's a blessing. There's a blessing in disguise. Okay. Why do I say there's a blessing in disguise? Because you have shock and you have abundance. So one door or one opportunity, one door may close, but another door may open for you. And the door that may open for you is better than the door that you felt like closed for you in some sort of way. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. Oop, this one did a really big peekaboo, and you have star. Yeah, look at this. Guaranteed success. We're talking about your North Node, or in a way, your North Star. Okay, so that is coming through for you. Hello, Anastasia. Welcome. I'm not doing personal readings, my dear. Okay. So look at that. We're talking about your North Node and you have star, as if this is like your North Star. But Anastasia, if you're interested in finding out what may be unfolding for you, I can do that reading. Just let me know. Okay, you can join me in the next reading because I'm going to do a super chat focusing on what's going on with, and that's a reading that I'm doing later. So join me there, okay, Anastasia? So here you have the star. Like I said, North Node, your North Star, your destiny, fate, where you're headed, where you're going to have a glow up here, okay, in this lifetime, okay? Because that's what it is. If we actually work with our energy in our North Node in this lifetime, we allow ourselves to have the best possible opportunities for ourselves in what we need to accomplish in this lifetime. Okay, so the list is closed, Anastasia. All right. So we have stars. So it says guaranteed success. Okay, so there we go. Okay, guaranteed success. Well, this is very much similar to what we were talking about. When you live your North Node in this particular lifetime, you will be able to see the successes that are meant for you in this lifetime. But you need to let go. Don't let your past hold you back. Past experience, past memories, past situations, circumstances, or events. With the North, ooh, look at that. With the star right behind, we have caterpillar. Yeah, you may be in the beginning stages of now saying, you know what? Let me find out more about my North Node. Let me learn more information about the. I'm going to do it in about, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second here, Love Sunshine. I'm going to do it in within the next hour or so. I'm going to be doing that live. It's going to be what's going on with is spill the tea. Okay, so that's going to be a 10-minute reading. So you may want to join me in that one. Okay, my dear? Thank you so much, my love. All right, so Ava, caterpillar. Maybe there's this talk here about the North Node that has given you the sense of aha, epiphany. Okay, there's a sense of what is this like whole entire North Node situation? Let me find out more about it. And again, the more that you allow yourself to be in that energy, the more, I'm sorry, because it's about this, the more you are going to see abundance. Okay, so the star with the caterpillar is giving more clarity here with abundance, because that's for this one. Now let's take a look. Give me more clarity here. You're welcome, Anastasia. Thank you, my love. Oh, you have carrot and cat. Carrot, there you go again. Opportunity or windfall. There may be some type of money or opportunity that is coming up for you. Take this reading as a sign symbol synchronicity for you to learn more about your North Node. Read about it. Find out about it. Learn also about your South Node, because the South Node is the comfortable part of you also, because you've lived that life already. But there's something that may be coming up as a shock or a surprise. Now, listen carefully. There may be here someone, okay? There may be someone, this potential energy that may be unfolding, there may be someone that you know in your social circle, or someone here that you feel that is two-faced, that is not honest, that may be jealous, that may be envious, that may not have your best interests at heart. This is talking about being able to pinpoint in your mind, if you know this person already, because it's coming across as intuitively, you'll know who this is, or you'll know the circle of where these people or person may be in your life. So this is talking about there may be a shocking revelation. There may be some shocking news. There may be a disagreement, an argument. There may be here something that you didn't know before that you will find out and know in the near future. There is the sense of an epiphany here, an aha moment. that could be very well connected to this upcoming energy. Now, I feel that you are going to benefit for whatever this is. So I feel that it's more you understanding the information, the revelation, the discovery, the news, the communication, the whatever this may be about, the conversation, the argument. People will always let you know how they feel about you in an argument. The truth always comes out in an argument. Granted, sometimes people let their emotions override their intelligence, but they're going to tell you how they feel about something because there's going to be no holds bar. So when someone argues with you or someone says something, even as a quote joke, there may be a little bit of truth in something there. Okay. So I feel that whatever this is, you are going to benefit from something here. You may benefit from that information. You may benefit from that mask slipping off this person's face. Because then what you thought was that this person was here as a blessing, now they let their mask slip. And now you're like, oh, hold on a second. That's what you're about. This is how this person is. People, listen, there's something that is so true as true can be. People always show you who they are very early. If someone is inconsistent, they're going to show you inconsistency. If someone is a backstabber, they're going to show you their backstabbing. They're going to show you. They're going to show it once, and they're going to hope that you forget. But this is the thing. See what you need to see once and understand that this is who this person is. Okay, so there may be a little bit of a mask slip here with someone that you know, or people, or an environment. And this is saying, pay attention, because there's something here that's going to shift. You may change how you think about this person. You may change how you roll with this person, how you connect with this person. It could be a friend. Okay, it could be and I'm not saying it is, but it could be a friend or a family member who was always like your biggest quote unquote cheerleader. And maybe they made a promise, and then all of a sudden they turn around and they do something completely opposite of what you expected or what they said. And then you're like, okay, so this person really isn't working with me. They're working against me, and they may not even realize it, because I sometimes feel that people's mask they slip when they least expect it. Okay. Someone who is short fuse, you're going to see their short fuse before another short fuse moment happens, because it's their MO. So pay very close attention to this. Very interesting. All right, let's jump into the next part of the reading. So again, this did a really big peekaboo. The Knight of Cups. Listen to your intuition and listen to your heart. That did a little peekaboo, but let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, pay attention. There may be a friend, a relative, a coworker, or a colleague, or someone on your staff that is two-faced. They may be very sneaky, especially with information. You know what I mean? This is the person that, and you know what I've noticed too, because I've noticed this in my own life. This is the person that never gives you a compliment unless, you know what I mean? Unless you kind of call for it. It's never like, oh, that was so, just out of them, just kind of like, hey, you know what I mean? It's the person that they see all that you do, and it's like they're kind of quiet about stuff. They're still your friend, but or they're still, obviously family, but they're not, they're not one to just be open and say, hey, good work, or I'm so happy with the success, or hey, listen, I noticed this. No, they tend to be a little bit more reserved with that. Nine of Pentacles, you're living, or you will be in the potential near future here, what's unfolding, your ability to feel really good and really satisfied. You're doing very well on your own. Nine of Pentacles is independent energy. It's a person who's self-reliant. It's a person who's been focusing on their pentacles. They've been focusing either on their career, their job, their finances. They're really focused on themselves. Not only is it that they're just, again, like I said, you're in this potential unfolding for you, not only that you are really focusing on you, but it's bringing you the success and the abundance that you deserve. Okay, you're reaping the rewards here. Now, is it the 10 of Pentacles? No, it's the 9 of Pentacles. But 9 is good because you're one pentacle away from feeling completely solid or secure in something that will bring you great success with the star. Remember, the star and the caterpillar came out together. So there's something here that you are either working on, that you are focusing on, that you are striving for, and that dedication, that patience, that consistency, and that kind of like determination is going to lead to some type of abundance, some type of success or achievement here. It may be very well connected to money, but it could also be connected to your mindset. The things that you're manifesting, you're finally seeing them come into action. Your attitude of gratitude, just being grateful, with the blessings that you have now, and that then telling the universe, hey, Ava is appreciative of what she has now. Let me give her more. Okay. When then you have carrot here. Okay. Again, this is slow moving energy because I feel here the caterpillar and the carrot. Feel a lot of earth energy here. So there's this, and of course here with the pentacles, earth energy. But this is really, really good. King of Swords energy. Remember that I was talking about this kind of logical, rational, analytical thinking. And again, here with the King of Swords, I'm getting that south node. Yes, it's important that you look at things from a intelligent, rational mindset, that you make decisions, intelligent decisions that are balanced, that are clear, that are true and authentic to you. But it's also very important for you to cut this energy. Don't let your past hold you back. So allow yourself to release from this energy. And of course, if this is talking about, if this is something that you're already doing, is saying, keep up the good work. Because the 9 of Pentacles is you feeling satisfied because you're working on something. And whatever it is that you're working on is actually working. Okay. You have enough resources, not only for you, but if you feel like investing in either something else or someone else, or invest in another area of your life, you can, because you have more than enough to, plant other seeds, so to speak. Okay. Now, the 9 of Pentacles says, I take the time I need to nurture myself. Self-care, super important. Okay. Listening to your heart's desire, super important. Okay. A change is coming here with this caterpillar. A change is coming, and the change is going to be beneficial for you. King of Swords says here, I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. And it could be the strategic decision of letting go of your past, or things that you've always done in always the same way, but wishing that it was different, but then you're always doing it the same way. So you're always going to get the same results. Okay. So that, all right, last but not least here, Ava, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. And then, of course, we're going to end this reading here. For those of you who weren't able to get a free reading. Look what just jumped out of the deck. I talked about that gut level feeling with that cat. For those of you who weren't able to add yourselves onto today's list, no worries. I will be back on tomorrow. Just make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. You turn on your notification bell and all alerts. And then as soon as I get on to do a live reading, you're going to be notified and then you could come back. Okay? Now, listen carefully here. You have the gut feeling. Validation confirmation here on this cat. You know what this is about. I'm telling you. I don't know, but it's coming across like you know what this may be about. So keep your eyes open, not out of fear, but out of awareness. Okay. And you know who this two-faced either person or people or situation is about. Okay. So just keep an eye out. It says, trust your intuition. It's more than just a feeling. Be genuine with others and prioritize meaningful relationships. You see? So you're going to look at the value. Are people valuing me? Because if someone is valuing you, then you're like, okay, then this connection is valuable because I value them, but do they value me? Okay? So that's this energy that I'm getting here. It says, be genuine with others and prioritize meaningful relationships or valuable relationships. It says, remember to bring value to every interaction. Treat others with respect as your actions will return to you in kind. Remember that I was talking about this person? This person may not be the type of person who is giving in kind. What they may be giving is a lot of gossip. Okay, so they gossip about other people. You already know. They may be gossiping about you. It says, treat others with respect as your actions will return to you in kind. Be mindful of boundaries. Again, validation confirmation. You may be very giving to others. And this is saying, pay attention to who you give and what you give to whom, because not everybody is appreciative of your generosity. It says, be mindful of boundaries, as too many voices can cloud your journey. And I feel that because you're a really good person or you're a giving person, especially here with this Nine of Pentacles energy is giving me that energy, that is super important for you not to be kind of like, don't allow others to lead you in paths that let me explain, because I feel the energy and I need to put it into words. You know how sometimes people give advice, but they give you advice because it benefits them in some way, shape, or form. So I feel that there may be someone here in your social circle in the near future that is giving you advice, or that is telling you something, or maybe this is advice they've given you in the past, or there are things that they tell you, but they tell you these things because it benefits them. It allows you to still be within their circle. So it's super important that you really analyze who these people, circles, and environments are, and be very decisive on, who brings value, peace, prosperity, abundance in your life, and who doesn't. This may include even people that you know, like that you've been friends for a very long time. Okay. And it could be someone that you know, it could be your partner, it could be, whatever. It's very interesting because I've had two experiences, 2023 and I want to say 2025, where the minute that either I chose to walk away or the person chose to show me that they wanted to walk away, right after those two experiences in 2023 and in 2025, I have had the most amount of glow up with those two individuals, one that chose to walk away and one that I chose to just say, you know what, I see something for what it is. And those two moments have been super glow ups. So it's not always that someone may do something, it's their energy. So their energy could be interfering with your north node. You know what I mean? Like you're allowing this person's dynamic to, so that's what this is talking about for you. Okay. So there may be many people who want you in the gossip, they want you in the conversation, they want you in the whatever, and you're like, listen, I got to step back because that energy does not align with my energy. Okay. So not every environment and not every person is meant for you to connect with. There's a sense here of you being more selective with that. And this may be the story of your life. This may be something that you've experienced over and over again, because 4 + 4 is equal to 8. And 8 is about that infinity. So there may be times that you kind of, without even thinking about it, may end up in situations where then now people want to drain you emotionally, energetically, economically, you see, because you bring benefit to them in some way, shape, or form. All right, Ava, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. For those of you who were unable to get to today's reading, no worries. I will be here tomorrow. I will be stopping by later tonight, and I'll be doing readings focusing on what's the tea, what's going on with. Now, those readings are not free. They are super chat readings, but if you want to meet me later on, I should be back in maybe an hour to an hour and a half or so, like that. Okay. So when I do, just don't forget to come and join me again. Take care, intuitive friends. And let me hold on one second. Let me read very quickly. Oh, you wrote a lot. Okay. No worries. Let's review this. You go. Okay. What did you write here? I'm a Sag. Yeah, I remember I reading that part, but then the rest I didn't. It says, yes, that's true. It says, I've been trying to change my ways. It has definitely been working. Yes. 9 of Pentacles energy. It has been working. I told you you're more satisfied in something now. It says, yes, you are right. It's a lot of people. That's why they say to back off and stop talking to a lot of people. Just keep to myself. Yes. Not only just keep to yourself because you don't want a hermit energy. Like we don't live in vacuums, but just be aware about who is valuable. Okay, who values you? Mostly who values you and who you value. Okay, so that is super important here. You go, you just said, yes, you're absolutely right. My intuition has been spot on, but I just go with the flow, just not to argue. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So be very careful that you're not just saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then that could be hindering you also. Okay. Especially if it's just easier for you to say yes because you don't want to rock the boat. If that's something you've always done, you may want to, shift your strategy. Okay. Especially if it's like still keeping someone kind of hanging on to you and someone who may not have really good intentions. But you said, oh my God, yes, I just said that I've been just keeping to myself and focusing. Okay, perfect. It says, yes, it's a few people and most definitely 0440. Okay, good. Yes, you're right. I said I don't care because I really don't. I don't want to hear it. I've been just focusing on myself. Yes, very, very good. Yeah, I can tell with this 9 of Pentacles. Okay, nurture you. Okay. That being said, thank you again, Ava, for your super intuitive friends. I will see you back later on tonight. Take care and thank you so much. Don't forget to remain subscribed to the channel so you can take part in the free mini readings at another point in time. Take care, intuitive friends. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.